Dressmakers and friends, welcome again on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be learning how to thread this three thread overlocker, and then just as you can see, the three thread overlocker uses three threads. You can see 1, 2, and 3. Unlike the four thread overlocker, we actually had that tutorial on this channel before. I'm going to link the tutorial of that four thread overlocker up here for you to see. But for today, we are going to be learning how to thread this three thread overlocker. You will find this video helpful, so don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you have not done so already. Let's get right into the threading. So the first thing I want to do is to go ahead to cut off all of this hanging thread, okay, so that we can start from the very beginning, so that you all can understand how to go about this. This uses three thread, so which means it definitely uses three tension as well. Here is one tension, here is one tension, and here is another tension. So this is three tension for the three thread. So now let's get into all of this. I'm going to take off all of this thread just as I told us earlier, so that we thread everything from the very beginning. Okay, so from the thread number 1, okay, goes into this point. Okay, can you see? This is what hangs the thread. The thread number 2 comes into the hanger right here. This is the hanger for the second thread, and this the thread number 3. Okay, the thread number 3, this is the hanger for the thread number 3. So now let's start with threading the first one. So let's pick up our thread just like this, and then we come up here to hang it up here. So once you have hanged it just like that, I'm going to trim off. Okay, so now the first thing is you pass your thread into this part, all right, and then, so can you see that? And then from here now, you have to come in here. Okay, you can adjust the tension from here, either tighten it or you loosen it from here. Okay, so after that point, take a look at what I'm doing here. You make sure that your thread is parallel to this part. So can you see it's parallel just like that? Okay, so now you need this tool which is called the tweezer. Normally when you buy a new machine, it will definitely come with your machine, but if you did not, you can buy this in case your machine does not come with this tool. You really need it. It can be called a picker as well, but it's a tweezer. So you use it to pick this thread up like this, and then you go inside of this hanger. Can you see it? Can you see? You want to have this arrangement, and it starts with it being flat from here. So once you have done this, the next step is for you to use this, turn this wheel. Okay, by the time you turn this wheel, you will see this come out. Can you see this? If you turn the wheel, it goes in, it comes out. So you want your thread to go in here and then come out. So let's take out the thread that was there before. Now you use your tweezer. I'm bringing this down now. From behind, you go from the back. You can see from the back into it like that, and then it comes out, and then this goes into, you can see that this eye is like two in one. It carries two channel, this and this. Bring it close. This and this. So the thread goes into this part. So can you see that now? So this is what you should have in that area. So this is what you should have, and this is, you can now pull this up. Okay, so that is the first thread now. So that's our first thread. Okay, so now let's go to threading the second. So here is this our second thread. Okay, we go up this way, and then we go into our hanger that way, and then we come down. Okay, this time this is the tension. You know that when we're threading this, we use this as the tension. We use this part as the tension. When we're threading this is the tension. But for this second thread, this is the tension. So your thread has to, from behind here, enters here, Okay, it enters that way, and then it goes in here just like this, and then it comes out from this hole. Can you see that? So this tension controls this thread. This tension controls this thread, and you can also tighten it, or you loosen it, tighten and loosen it from here as well. So from here, this is the next channel. This is the next channel, and then from here you come in from behind, from behind, because here is where you are coming to, but you are coming in from behind. So once you come out from there, you go into this mini tension. This is like a small tension as well. Can you see that? So that's how that works. And then the next point after that is for you to go into your needle eye. So control your needle eye to come up also through your wheel like this. Okay, once you wind at your wheel, you can see you can raise your needle bar and then reduce it from here. So pull it out, make sure that it gets to a point where you can really see it vividly. Okay, and then you will thread it. You go into the eye from front to back. Alpha. So then pull it out just like this, and now this is your second thread. So we have two thread now. Okay, so here is the first channel, from here all the way here. Okay, for both, all the way here. And when you get to this point, the first one has to take this as tension. Okay, and then it goes in here all the way to into this. All right, and then for the second one, from this tension goes into this tension, and then all the way to your needle. So that's the second. Now let's take the last thread. So the last thread is where a number of people are always confused, because it can be really tricky. So from this point now, we can close this. This is how you open and close this compartment. Open and then you close. Open and close. Here to open and close for you to thread and do everything you want to do. Once you are done with the threading, close. Once you are done with your threading down here as well, you can also close. So now this will also be closed when you have your machine. Once you want to thread, you have to open. Okay, but for now let's close it. Once we get into that chamber, we will open it. So this is our third thread, like I was saying. So we come from behind like this. There's a hole right here at the back. So this hole that you see right here, so you have to pass your thread into that. So now you can open this up, and then you can come to check for your thread in here. Can you see our thread? So you pull it out. Can you see that? Okay, and then next you go inside of this. Okay, so can you see that? So you go in here, and then you go around the tension. Just go around the tension just like this. Can you see? You can also adjust this tension with this screw, just like the others. And then from here now, this hole that you see here comes all the way to this point. So you have to go from in here to come out here. Take a look at it. The hole, you can see there's a hole there. You have to pass your thread in there to come out right here. So let's do that now. So I double the thread so that it can be easy for it to pass through. So let's go inside of it. Then you can see that our thread is coming out. So you pick it. Can you see? So now from here, there is this really tiny. Can you see that metal plate that you see over there? That, so can you see this? So our thread has to come inside of this from back to front. So which means this thread has to go this way and then go inside of that hole from the back to the front. I'm going to show you now. So once your thread comes out from here now, you go to the back from behind. Can you see that thread? And then you go inside of this. This can be really, it can be a little bit difficult, but just try. So you pull it out. Okay, so once you pull it out, there's still a part that you need. But one thing I should let you know is that this is where the problem is. A number of people sometimes do not notice this channel, and the truth is that if you do not thread this channel, your overlocker will not overlock. So take note of that. Always look for this, even if you do not have this exact combination or this exact shape. If your the shape of your machine is different, you must look for this tiny part. If not, your machine threading will not work. So once you have done that, you need to move this wheel. Okay, you move this wheel so that this can actually come out. You can see that there's this that you see is like a pair. This is one, this is the other. The one with thread, which is for this part, this is the one you see the thread on. This second one right here, this one does not have any thread here, so you must pull it towards this side. Okay, towards this side. Can you see it right out there? So now from behind you go in, you pick it. Okay, and then you go into the other pair, just like we did that first one. Can you see that? So you pull it out, and now this is the end of the threading of the third one. Okay, so now you cover this compartment just like this. Okay, and now it's time for us to check. Once you are done with that, you get a scrap fabric just like this and check to see if you are able to overlock this. That means you have successfully thread this overlocker. But if you could not overlock this, that means there is an error somewhere that you need to retrace your step back and then you check. So now there are two ways by which you can actually pedal your machine. Is now you go by the motor. Here is a motor that usually come with it. Okay, can you see this motor now? Can you see it? So this is it. This is connected to this area, this point. Can you see? So this works with a power supply. Okay, so all you need to do is just, if you are actually buying a new machine, this should come with your machine. Plug it on here, and then you go ahead to plug the other part. This will come with two wire. One is connected to your motor and the other should be connected to the power source. Can you see? This is the plug right here. So you have to plug one to your power source over there. Okay, plug one to your power source over there, and then you come and press this. Okay, and now once it's plugged to a power source, you can just put your leg on the motor. You can see the motor, just put your leg on it like that, and then press it gently, and then you run your machine. So you can see that our overlocker works perfectly. Okay, now we are just going to use the manual method to also overlock this other part as well. So when you want to place your fabric, you have to raise, look at it, this controls, press down so this bar raises up, and then you can put in your fabric just like this. So once you put in your fabric, you bring it down. Okay, now coming back to using the manual method, it's just like your regular domestic sewing machine. You have to make sure that this is connected to this. And also let me mention that before your motor can actually work, you need to have a belt, this orange belt that you see. This is an orange belt, you need to have this. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this. Okay, so this is what the belt looks like. You can get them. There will be one that will come with your machine if you are buying a new one, the first one that will come with it. and then subsequently you can buy this at any tailoring store near you. So once you have this, you can use your motor once it's connected to power supply. Okay, but if you are not connected to power supply and you want to use this manually, what you want to do is to get a belt, just like something like this that I have. Okay, just like any rope. Okay, and then you have to connect this, make it come inside of this. Okay, that's the first, and then the other one goes the other one goes in here. Can you see? So turn it this way. After that is done, you come up here. Now you have to wheel this to the back. Unlike your regular sewing machine that you wheel it to the front, this one it has to be wheeled to the back. So once you wheel it to the back, you can just pedal the machine to the back as well. Can you see? Unlike your regular sewing machine, you have to pedal it to the front, but for this you pedal it to the back. Once you wheel it to the back, you will see your pedal go accordingly, and once your pedal go accordingly, you will see that your overlocking is happening already. Can you see? And now you can see that your overlocking has happened already. So that is how to thread your overlocker, and that is how to use it. So let's take a quick recap of all that we have learned. Your three thread goes in here, and they go into your hanger, and they go into your tension. Here is your first tension, here is your second tension. Don't forget that your third tension is right here. All right, and don't forget that little channel that you have to look out for in here for your overlocker to be able to work. All right, I hope you have found this video tutorial really helpful. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends that may need this as well, and I can't wait to see your sweet comments in the comment section, and I'll see you again in the next sewing tutorial.